A police officer and former probation officer is facing criminal charges following an alleged love affair with an inmate. An arrest warrant has been issued for 48-year-old Scott Volker, address now listed as West Fargo. He was apparently working as a Twin Valley police officer, and he was a probation officer working out of Crookston. He's been charged with felony criminal sexual conduct, penetration, prohibited occupational relationship, and a gross misdemeanor of misconduct of a public officer. A reading from the criminal complaint, quote, on March 22nd of 2022, an investigator was advised that the director of the Tri-County Probation Department needed to speak with him. The investigator made contact with the head of the department, who advised the investigator that one of his probation agents was in a possible sexual relationship with one of the defendants under his direct supervision. The investigator learned that the defendant, Scott Volker, was an agent with the Tri-County Probation Department, and the supervised was a female who will be called Victim 1. Victim was under Volker's supervision on a felony probation. The investigator learned that the victim's cellmate in the jail disclosed that the victim told her about the relationship. The victim indicated to the cellmate that she was corresponding with Volker. They used a special communication system to avoid detection. The victim would send letters to Volker, and he would return them through an intermediary papa. Volker would use the alias Paul Walker in letters to the victim. The victim disclosed that the relationship with Volker was sexual in nature. The cellmate disclosed that while incarcerated, Volker came into the jail and was kneeling down talking to the victim through the slot in the door, which the cellmate viewed as odd. The victim indicated that the victim executed a stayed sentence so that the victim and Volker could be together. The investigator recovered letters to the victim from Paul Walker, which matched writing samples taken from Volker. Volker sent Victim 1 a MoneyGram order while in jail. The MoneyGram was a cashier's express money order. It was purchased at Cashwise in West Fargo. Investigators compared that address with Scott Volker's known home address in West Fargo and observed his residence is 2.4 miles from Cashwise. Cashwise was contacted, and they received a video from the purchase of the money orders. The victim was interviewed by investigators and initially denied the relationship with Volker. However, in a second interview, the victim requested to contact investigators to tell the entire truth. The victim disclosed that she felt like talking to investigators was a betrayal of Volker. The victim disclosed the victim loved Volker. The victim disclosed that Volker would write travel permits to the victim for out-of-state travel. The victim would travel to meet Volker. Their sexual relationship started in early 2021 and was ongoing. The victim disclosed they had sex at the Red Roof Inn in Fargo, Ramada Inn in Grand Forks, Come On Inn in Grand Forks, and that the victim had stayed at Volker's home in Twin Valley. These relationships occurred while Victim 1 was under Volker's supervision. The victim was able to describe Volker's home down to minute details, including where towels were kept. The victim's EBT card corroborates grocery store purchases made near Volker's Twin Valley home. Timesheets that Volker was on duty in Twin Valley as a police officer matched the purchase dates on the victim's card. Search warrants for Volker's phones revealed significant contact with Victim 1. And as of this Thursday evening on June 16th, a check at the Polk County Jail indicates he's not in custody there at this time. And as I said, a warrant for his arrest has been issued. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.